Do not love a man. Use a man.
If you ever wondered why marriage rates are dropping, I found the answer. She didn't just drop the red flag, she wrapped herself in it. Watch this.
Do not love a man. Use a man. Because trust me, he is using you.
She says, use a man. That isn't dating advice. That is the business model for the world's oldest profession. She claims he is using you. Using you for what? The stress? The arguments?
If he says that he really likes you and has never met anyone like you before and only talked about himself the entire time and didn't ask you any questions, run.
She says run? I actually agree. Run fast. Because if he is doing all the talking, it is usually because you have the personality of a wet cardboard box.
If she can pay all her bills without you, she's not listening to you, okay? Because what are you really bringing to the table at this point? Opinions? She already has ChatGPT. Directions? She's got Google Maps. Emotional support? She's got group chats with 4 women who text her paragraphs faster than you can type, "What are you doing?" Okay, if she's paying her rent, her car note, her phone bill, her nails, her lashes, all without your contribution, why would she suddenly take life advice from a guy who gets winded walking up the stairs? I mean, listen, as men, we love to talk about being the leader, but leadership costs money. My grandfather was the head of the household because he provided for the household. I mean, this is the way of the world. It's always been. I mean, what do you want from me? Because if she's funding her own lifestyle, she's the CEO and you're the unpaid intern with suggestions nobody asked for. So, no, she's not listening, all right? She'll nod, she'll smile, placate you a little bit. But the only thing she's really hearing is this man doesn't understand how replaceable he is.
Bro just looked you dead in the eye and called you an unpaid intern in your own relationship. That is diabolical. But he's not lying. You can't expect king treatment on a peasant budget. If she's the CEO of her life and you're just bringing good vibes and opinions, don't be shocked when you get laid off. If you want to lead the ship, you have to buy the fuel. Get to work.
What the fuck? I'm not domestic, okay? This is why God bless me. You know what I'm saying? This is why God blessed me and made me rich and famous, because he knows that I'm not domestic and I'm not meant to be in the kitchen. I was meant to hire chefs, because this is not my lifestyle.
I've seen horror movie villains handle a weapon with more grace than that. She is fighting that cucumber like it owes her child support. She claims God made her rich because she's not domestic. No, God made her rich so she wouldn't starve to death trying to make a salad. Fellas, if she handles a knife with that much confusion and anger, do not eat the food. Order a pizza, lock the bedroom door, and pray you wake up with all 10 fingers.
My body, not a temple, okay? It's a haunted house, okay? Things are falling apart. It's making weird noises. And the spirit of an old woman who's always upset about something lives inside.
She's wearing a boy's lie hat, but she is telling the absolute truth. She just admitted she is a haunted house filled with problems and anger. When a woman puts a condemned sign on the front door, don't try to move in. Walk away before you get possessed.
What do you call a woman who steals another woman's man?
You call her up and you say, "Thank you very much." Darling.
That cup is full of ice, sugar, and absolute denial. You didn't gift him to anyone. He wasn't a donation. Real talk, men don't get stolen. We migrate to better environments.
This video is for the men and the men only. You don't need to lie to women. If she loves you enough, she will be lying to herself. Do you know how many times I heard stupid excuses from my girlfriends for the men that they loved? He's taking other girls out to test the restaurants that I actually like. It takes 3 days to answer my messages because his phone is broken. I mean, yes, he replies to everybody else immediately, but with me, he just needs time to think about the right thing to reply because he's so in love with me. He never introduces me to his friends, but that's because he believes in the evil eye and they don't want his friends to give us bad energy. That's why, not because he's ashamed of. He hasn't proposed yet because he's saving for the ring that I deserve, not because he's not sure if he wants to marry me.
She is speaking fluent Delusion, but
honestly, I respect the creativity. Testing restaurants with other women is Hall of Fame level coping. Ladies, let me simplify the male brain for you. We are not complicated puzzles. If he wanted to, he would. If you have to invent a sci-fi novel to explain why he hasn't texted you back, the answer is no. You aren't dating a mystery. You're dating a wasted time.
So I made this video about how men are not natural protectors. Men got so mad. Mostly they were talking about how they wouldn't just protect some random woman, right? They only protect what's theirs. Now, to believe that takes a little bit of denial, because the biggest threat to a woman is a man inside her own home, right? So they're not protecting what's theirs. They're actually harming what's theirs at alarming rates. But I digress. So many men also said, which I appreciate these men. They said that women are independent. Women don't need protection, right? You go, girl. Feminism. Men stopped protecting women. Men were never protecting women, ever, at any point in history as a collective. Which leads me to the next part. Oh, so you're saying that no men ever protect women? No, it's not what I said. If you listen to the words, though, you'd catch. What I said was, in plain words, men are not natural protectors. That's not something that they naturally do. Because if men were natural protectors, right, they wouldn't be the biggest predator. There'd be no one to protect us from, right? You can't be the harm and the hero.
She is upset that men prioritize protecting their own wives and daughters over random strangers who hate them. That isn't transactional. That is called loyalty. She says men are the biggest threat. Correct. A sheepdog has the same sharp teeth as the wolf. The difference is the sheepdog uses his teeth to rip the throat out of anything that tries to hurt his family. We don't protect everyone. We protect the ones who don't treat us like the enemy.
What is better, a man with the abs or the man with the real estate? What do you think? Of course, the man with the real estate, the man with the money. Why I care if he having the abs? If a man has the abs, you know what this means? It means he in the gym all the time. You won't even see him. At least let him be at work all the time. I don't see him, but he giving me the money. You know what I mean? I don't care about the abs. What the abs going to do for me? Take me on holiday? No.
She isn't looking for a soulmate. She is looking for a sponsorship deal. She openly admits she doesn't want your time, your love, or your body. She just wants your wire transfer to clear.
Hello.
Hi, is this Rachel?
Yeah, this is she.
Hi, I was just wondering, how do you know Luke?
Is Luke okay?
No, yeah, he's okay. I just was going through his phone and I saw a bunch of messages from this number, so I honestly just wanted to reach out.
You mean that's my husband?
Wait, sorry. I've been dating Luke for about 7.5 months now.
Are you freaking kidding me? I've been married to him for 2 years. We just had a baby. I'm sorry, what?
Wait, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just finding this all out for the first time.
Luke is absolutely cooked. Well done. Extra crispy. You have a wife and a newborn at home, and you're out here running game? That isn't alpha behavior. That is having zero discipline and zero honor.
I will never, ever stress over a nigga that is not paying my motherfucking bills. As a matter of fact, I ain't stressing over a nigga that is paying my bills because I got my own money. So I ain't never, ever stressing over a nigga. How about that?
So, if he doesn't pay, he's nothing. If he does pay, he's still nothing. She calls this independence, but I call it emotional bankruptcy. She just admitted she has absolutely no use for a man other than utility. Fellas, when she tells you she doesn't need you, believe her.
I told my husband that we're not going to his little sister's wedding, and now his whole family is saying horrible things about me. I need to know if I'm the villain. I don't think I'm the villain. Maybe I'm the villain. As a starter, I'm just gonna say it. I've never particularly loved my husband's relationship with his little sister. It's weird, okay? It kind of freaks me out a little bit. For example, one time when I first started dating my husband, I was talking to his little sister and she was complaining about being single. And I was like, well, maybe I can set you up with one of my friends. What's your type? She says, I want somebody exactly like my brother. I was like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, my brother's the best guy. You are the luckiest girl in the world. If I could date a man exactly like my brother, perfect. I was like, oh, nope, I don't like that. Don't get me wrong, I love a family-oriented man, but it always felt like his little sister was trying to compete with me. Girl, we have very different roles in your brother's life, so there's no reason. No reason to be jealous of me, no reason to compete with me, but she does.
She asked if she's the villain? No, she is the survivor in a psychological horror movie. The sister is marrying his doppelganger on their honeymoon date? That isn't a wedding. That is a cry for help. That is straight up Game of Thrones energy.
No one talks about how stressful it is being with a mature man. No matter what I do, it's just met with grace and understanding. He just leaves me there with my Latina attitudes. It's like I'm a fire and he's just walking around with a hose, just putting me out. I really didn't like when you did that, babe. Hey, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, I was having a rough day. Won't happen again. Oh, it won't happen again? Sounds good. I'm gonna go sit in my own thoughts now, which is my worst nightmare. I think the weird part is not knowing what to do with all the pent up aggression I have inside. Ladies, if you're new in this, if you're in a new relationship that's healthy, beware. Let your rage and aggression out elsewhere. I've really been hitting the gym, so that's been helping me. Just a PSA.
She says it is stressful because she finally has to face the only toxic person in the room, herself. She calls herself a fire and him a hose. That is accurate. But fellas, listen to me. You are not a volunteer firefighter. If your peace and stability feel like boredom to her, it is because she is addicted to chaos. Do not become her gasoline. We saw a lot of madness today, but the lesson is simple. Your peace is the prize. Don't let anyone bankrupt your soul or your wallet. If you stand for self-respect, hit that subscribe button. Stay focused, Kings. I'm out.